Okay, so I'm Samriddhi Thakur from Yari Qualitech, and today I'll be taking a session on Eat Right awareness. This session is being initiated by Yari Qualitech and supported by Herbalife Nutrition. So let's move forward in this session. So first of all, what is Eat Right India? What actually this presentation or this session means? So Eat Right India is actually an initiative uh, proposed by FSSAI to provide safe and healthy food to the people of a country for India, because in India there are high risk of foodborne diseases, undernutrition, which is malnutrition, that kids people at younger age, they are not getting proper nutrition that they should need at that age and stage for proper growth and health. And also micronutrient deficiencies, like there are many nutrients which are micronutrients, which are very minute in the quantity in food, which is not very much in many food products. So it has to be, but it is very important for our food, for our growth. So those micronutrient deficiencies, and also growing cases of hypertension and diabetes. So because of all these issues, FSSAI started this Eat Right India initiative, where the campuses, the workplaces where mess and canteen services goes on, there safe and healthy food is provided, so that the people eating the food, consuming the food would be healthy and safe, and they would not be prone to illness. So this Eat Right India is based on three key themes. That is, it is based on 3 points, three themes. That is, eat safe, eat healthy, and eat sustainable. So, what is eat safe? Ensuring personal and surrounding hygiene, hygienic and sanitary practices through the food supply chain, combating adulteration, reducing toxins and contaminants in food, and controlling food hazards in processing and manufacturing processes. Eat safe, as you would have understood that the food that we're eating, it should be safe. So how can we make sure that the food that we're eating is safe? So first of all, it is very important to see that the area where the food is being prepared, the mess area or the canteen where it is being served, it is hygienic, it is safe, it is clean, it is they are following the hygienic and sanitary practices. That is, the surroundings are clean, the utensils, the spoons, knives, and plates that you're using are all clean and hygienic. And also the people who are making food, who are in close contact in during the preparation of food or serving the food, they should have their personal hygiene in check as well, that they are clean, the clothes they are wearing are clean, they are wearing proper mask, hair caps, and also their hand nails are clean, because they are in close contact, direct contact with the food. So if they are not clean, they are not hygienic, so that can go into the food, and the food can be contaminated, and it can cause illness to the people consuming it. So it is very important to ensure that the personal and the surrounding hygiene is proper. The hygienic and sanitary practices, the steps, the practices, they are following very strictly and on a regular basis. Not like we'll do it today and we'll not do it tomorrow. Not like that. It is being followed on everyday basis. Combating adulteration. Adulteration, as you know, that mixing uh, outer some other than the food ingredient, some other material is added to food, to just make its color more vivid, but it actually can cause illness to the people who are consuming it. So try to buy food products, and also during the preparation, try to add no adulterant into your food, because it can cause illness and disease in the future. Reducing toxins and contaminants in food. Try to prepare food which is organic, Organic in the sense like it has minimum chemicals, no chemical is added, no any product is added which can be as a contaminant in the food, and it can uh, spoil the food and create illness to the people. So avoid that. And controlling food hazard. So food hazard is actually some of the reasons, because factors because of which food can get contaminated or it can get spoiled. So food hazard is of three types. First is physical hazard. Physical hazard means that the food, that a hazard which can you can see with your eyes, like while preparing food, some insect drops by accident in the food, or some flies, or hair or wood or any other outer contaminant, which you can see with your eyes. That is physical hazard. You can remove it and prepare it, or you can just be uh, and be ensure that the food does not have that physical hazard. Chemical hazard is that while preparing the food, if the sanitizer or the disinfectant is kept in the same area where you're preparing the food, then it can also travel to the food, in the food, and then food can get contaminated, and it can cause hazard to the food and also to the person consuming it. And microbiological hazard is actually the bacterial microorganism reaction that can take place in the food. That if you're not using fresh raw material, if the other ingredients other than vegetables and fruits or cereals, other ingredients which are using are not safe, they have very much amount of chemicals in it, then that can cause a bad reaction, which can be disadvantageous to the person consuming it, and also the food will get contaminated. So in Eat Safe theme, the objective of this theme is to ensure that the area where you're preparing the food, where you're serving the food, the utensils, the equipments that you're using, and also the people who are in direct contact with the food. The people who are preparing the food, they should be clean. They should practice hygienic and sanitary steps. You should combat adulteration. The adulteration should be eliminated. Toxins should not be used, they should be reduced, and also to control food hazard. So this is the first theme, that is eat safe. Second is eat healthy. This second theme is actually promoting diet diversity and balanced diet, eliminating toxic industrial trans fats from food, reducing consumption of salt, sugar, and saturated fats, and promoting large scale fortification of staples to address micronutrient deficiencies. So, eat healthy, as you can understand, that the diet that you're providing, the food you're preparing should be healthy and balanced. That is, the food that you are serving in the mess or canteen, it should have all the nutrients in balanced amount. That is carbohydrates, some amount of fat, proteins, vitamins, minerals, water, and fiber. It should have all these nutrients in balanced diet, in balanced amount in your lunch, breakfast, as well as in your if the dinner is also being served in the hostels, then also it should have the all nutrients in balanced quantity. Also, you can add some seasonal fruits and vegetables, and also the traditional fruits and local fruits and vegetables, that are grown specifically in your area. You can add those food items or food products in your diet also. It can add variety in the diet, and also it will be very nutritious to the people consuming it. Trans fat is a food which is fried, very much fried food. It should be eliminated. Trans fat is not good for our health, as because it has cholesterol issues, and it can cause obesity in the people, and also it would not show you symptoms in the first place. In the future, it can cause a very much uh, you know a problem or disease to the people. So eliminate trans fat. If if there is any trans fat food product in your diet, try to eliminate it. It would be like not be possible to eliminate in the first place, in just one time you just eliminate it all. Step by step you can just move forward in eliminating trans fat in the food. Salt, sugar, and saturated fats. These salt and sugar is consumed in every day, like every day in our lives we are consuming salt and sugar. But as you know that salt contains large amount of iodine and sugar contains large amount of sulfur, which in large quantity we consume it. It is not healthy for our body. So reduce its consumption, like when you're preparing food, only then add salt or sugar. After preparing the food, when we prepare the food and the people are eating the food and they're like, oh, the salt is less, or the sugar is less, then they add it on top of it. Don't just don't do that practice. Only add salt, sugar, or saturated fat if you are adding it in your food. Try to add it only during preparing the food, not after preparing the food when you're eating it, because it can be hazardous for our health. And promoting large scale fortification. So food fortification, you should have heard of it, but I'll tell you. Fortification is basically adding some nutrients in specific food products. Those nutrients are basically micronutrients. That is, they are not very much in many fruits and vegetables or other food products, but are very important for our health, for our body growth. So those micronutrients are added in some food products to address or to fulfill those micronutrient deficiencies. That is food fortification. So what are those micronutrients and which food products are fortified? We'll know it in our next slide. So the main objective of Eat Healthy theme is to provide balanced diet in our everyday meal. It should have seasonal fruits and food, and also traditional foods as well. Eliminate trans fat, those fried foods eliminate in the diet, and consume salt and sugar only during the preparing of food added. Not after consuming the food, don't consume salt or sugar. And the last theme of Eat Right India is Eat Sustainable. Promote local and seasonal foods, prevent food loss and food waste, conserve water in food value chains, reduce use of chemicals in food production, and presentation and use of safe and sustainable packaging. So Eat Sustainable is basically, like I told you, in the previous slide, promote local and seasonal foods. The food product that is very much specifically provided or grown in your area, or the seasonal foods, they are specific fruits and foods which you can consume in the summers, in the rainy time, and also during the winters. Try to promote those foods during that time period in your diet. uh, Prevent food loss, that is during the preparation of food. Try to make sure that you should know that how much people are consuming or are serving food for themselves, so that the food that you prepared is all used. It is not left out in the first place. And also, to the people who are serving the food and also consuming it, try to consume only that amount of food that you can eat at that time. We are like, oh, we are very hungry, and we put so much food in our plates, and after that when we don't feel like eating, then we that leftover food, we waste it, we throw it in the dustbin. Don't just eliminate that practice from your from your lifestyle right now, because that is you're wasting food. But try to serve only that much amount of food which you can eat at that time. Conserve water, that is during the preparation of food, water is added, and also in the drinking area, the RO system. Make sure that the taps, they are not leaking, the water is not dripping time to time, it is closed properly. Only use that much amount of water which which is to be used at that time during the food preparation. Don't fill your buckets full of water, and then after that not using, and you're just throwing it in the drains. Don't do that. Only fill your buckets or your drums with that much amount of water that can be used at that time for preparing food or cleaning the area where you're preparing the food. Reduce use of chemicals. Right. So as I told you in Eat Safe, the food you're preparing, also the ingredients that you are purchasing from the market, try to purchase those ingredients or food products which are chemical free, or they have very minimum amount of chemical. So try to reduce that. And also the if you're using any packaging material, or the plates also that you're using, try try that the packaging material is safe in the sense that safe to the food, that is, it does not react with the food, and it is non-corrosive with the food. It does not form rust or something, and it does not react with the food, so that the food is converts into a contaminant, or and it causes illness to the people consuming it. Try to make sure that the packaging that you're using is safe. It is not reactive with the food. Also use sustainable packaging material. That is, the packaging material should be biodegradable, or it can be reused, or it can be recycled. Not those packaging materials which can cause negative impact on the nature. So try to use safe and sustainable packaging. So in this theme, Eat Sustainable, uh, the objective of this Eat Sustainable is to provide local and seasonal food, prevent food waste, or use only that much amount of water that can be used at that time, reduce use of chemicals, and also use safe and sustainable packaging. So these are the theme on which Eat Right India awareness is based on. So for these themes that I've told you, it is very important that they are implemented in the food premises, the mess area, the canteen. So how can implement these theme in the mess area? So for that, first of all, first step is robust standards and codes of practices. The hygienic practices, the sanitary practices, how you're preparing the food, what kind of food products you using, how to use it, how to clean your area, how to clean the equipments, the utensils. So for that, proper standards and proper practices, steps should be prepared. It should be provided to everyone that are responsible for the food preparation and for the food serving. Those standards and practices should be made. Second is credible food testing and effective surveillance. So, we are very confident, that the food we're preparing or the water that you're using is safe. It is healthy, but it should be checked. It should be tested. It is very important that the food you're preparing, the water you're using, and also the water that you're drinking, it should be tested to be on the safe side, that, the food that you are preparing, the water is safe. So they are certified NABL labs, where you can provide your samples of food and water for testing, and they will provide you with a report to let you know that the food and the water in your premises is safe or not. And effective surveillance, if when you get your food and water tested and you get the reports, like, okay, it is fine or not, whatever it would be, don't just get the report and just sit back and, yeah, okay, we'll do what we were doing. Just understand that what is the meaning, what does that food report or water report say, where you are lacking, where you're not lacking, and how can you can uh, change your systems, so that the where the steps which you are lacking, it is fulfilled, and the food and water that is being served and prepared is all safe. So try to test your food and water which you're preparing there. Third is strengthened compliance, enforcement, and emergency response. So after making those standards and after checking that the food is safe or not, now enforce those implementations in the food handlers, in the premises where food is being prepared and also where the food is being served. Try to make sure that the standards, the practices are being implemented properly, they are being followed properly. And as you know that any emergency situation, any something can happen like in a second, that we are not able to know that how we can get through it, how should that emergency situation be coped up. So for that, emergency response standard should be made. Like if something happens, some accident happens in the food preparing area, so how to handle that, how to tackle it. So for that, emergency response standard should be made. Fourth is strong culture of self compliance. So you have implemented the standards and everything is being followed, but are your food handlers, the workers who are preparing the food and serving the food, do they understand why should they follow those standards, why these standards are being made, what is the importance of it, what are its advantages? So you should make sure that the food handlers, the workers who are preparing the food and also serving the food, they should understand, they should know why these standards and practices should be followed. And for that, you can provide trainings for them, so that they get to know that why it is important to follow those standards. Fifth is promoting healthy diets and sustainability. So try to promote healthy food in your diets, healthy food items, healthy food products you can add in your diets, so that the consumers who are eating the food and also people who are preparing the food, they should know that what is healthy diet, what is safe food, healthy food, balanced diet. They should know about it. So promote healthy diet in your mess and canteen area. And sixth and the last step is empowered consumers. Try to aware your consumers, like consumers in the sense like the people who are consuming food. You should empower them, you should aware them that what is healthy diet, what is a balanced diet, why it is important. So these are the 6 steps that should be followed for the implementation of these 3 key themes, that is eat safe, eat healthy, and eat sustainable. So for that, an action plan, a step-by-step procedure is very important, so that these 6 steps can be implemented for those 3 key themes. Uh, so that the mess area, the premises can provide healthy and safe food. And for that, there are 3 initiatives. First is the supply side initiative, second is the demand side initiatives, and third is the sustainability initiatives. So in the supply side initiative is where you're purchasing the food, and also the food where it is food preparation area. That is the supply side, where the food is prepared or brought to the consumers. So for that, first is the training and building capacity building FOSTAC. So FOSTAC is a training program which is provided to the food handlers, to the workers who are in direct contact, who are responsible for the preparation and serving of food. They're provided with this training program where they are educated. They let them know that why those standards, why these steps and practices are important, how can they follow it, and how by following these standards, these practices, they can make safe food, they can make healthy food, and also keep them safe as well. So FOSTAC provides that training. Second is benchmarking and certification schemes. So the food preparation area, the people who are supplying food, they can go for different certification schemes so that they are confident, and the people who are purchasing food, or people who are buying food from there, they also know that this particular organization or this particular institution is certified. So what type of certifications are there? So first is Clean Street Food Hub. So this scheme is for the petty food vendors, those people who are who are selling food on the outside. They can go for Clean Street Food Hub. By this scheme, the people who are buying food from that area, they will know that in this area, or this person is serving safe and healthy, safe food. It is contaminant free, it is hazard free, and it is safe. Second is Bhog. Bhog is for the religious places, like temples, gurudwaras, churches, and also mosques, where food is prepared as in the form of langar, and also the prasad, the offering that they provide to the devotees, because that is also food, and it is very important that that food that we are consuming, it should be safe. So for that, those places, those religious places can go for bhog. And for that, with this scheme, they will be confident, and they'll know that the food that they're providing, that they're serving, is safe. Third is hygiene rating. So for the mess areas, for the universities, schools, restaurants, catering businesses, sweet shops, different, bakery shops, retail shops, where food is, served packed also, and as whole also, they can go for hygiene rating scheme. So for that hygiene rating scheme, they will know that the hygiene standards, the sanitary practices, the layout, the premises, it is all clean, and they are following those proper standards or not, and they will get a rating, that is hygiene rating, that their area is safe or not. So for the supply side initiatives, they can go for the certification schemes for the training, so that they will be confident, and they'll know that food that they're serving, they're preparing and selling is safe and healthy. Second is demand side initiatives. Demand side initiatives, like people who are consuming it, because the demand is coming from there, right? So how can they be sure the food that they're consuming is safe and healthy? And for that, there is an action plan. The first is building consumer awareness, that the consumer should be aware that what is healthy food, what is not healthy food, how can we differentiate it. So for that, it is they have two things, that is Eat Right Campus and Eat Right School. So these are two schemes that are for the campus. First is Eat Right Campus, that is for the universities, the colleges, the workplaces, in hospitals, where food is prepared and served. They are preparing it safe and healthy and sustainably, that they can go for Eat Right India. They'll get a certificate that the food that is being prepared there is safe. Eat Right School. This scheme totally focuses on the schools, like the food they're preparing in the mess, they're providing in the canteens. It is safe or not, that is taken care in the Eat Right School. Second is addressing adulteration. So, in every food product now, for so many years, many things are added, which, just provides color or just provides flavor, but they are not safe for our health, for human consumption. So, how to check that, there is an adulterant in your food product? So, first is food safety on wheels. So FSSAI has provided this food safety vans in every state and in every area. And in this van, a food safety official is there, food testing official is there, and there is a number for it. You can call them, and they'll come to your place, and they'll do some tests and let you know that the food that you're using, you're consuming, is having any adulteration or not. Second is DART book. So this book has different experiments or different steps that you can do it at at your homes or in your mess area. You do not need, those settings or equipments, big equipments or lab equipments for doing those tests. In that book, there are small experiments, small steps that you can do on the food product which you are, doubtful that, it has adulteration or not. And third is food safety magic box. So this box has some equipments, not those big lab equipments, but some small equipments that can be used during experimenting or testing on the food product, that the food product that you're using is safe or not, it has adulterant or not. So you can check it by using food safety magic box. And third is enabling healthy choices. So food fortification, reduction of salt, sugar and fat, and trans-free fat. So food fortification that I told you is that, adding micronutrients in some food products to fulfill the deficiency of those micronutrients. So this is the sign of the fortified food, that, this food product is fortified or this food product contains those micronutrients. So if you see any food product with this sign, that is plus F, that means that the food is fortified and it is very healthy. Reduction of salt, sugar and fat, that I told you, like, add salt and sugar only when you're preparing food, not after the preparation and during consuming of food. Trans fat free, the food should be trans fat free, or if there it is, it should not be in your diet. And third is sustainability initiatives. That is the raw material that you're using, the raw food, that is fruits and vegetables, cereals, grains. Those ingredients, they are safe or not. First is Javik Bharat. That is, the crop production, the fruit and vegetable growing. It is organic. It should be chemical fertilizer free, pesticide free, pesticide free. It is taken care in the Javik Bharat. Save food, share food. That is, the food, if it is left out, if sometimes we make prepare food more than it would be consumed. So if the food is left out, try to provide that food to people in need, poor people, the NGOs. You can just donate food over there, so that the food is being provided to the people who actually need it, who actually need food, and also it is not wasted. Safe and sustainable packaging. The packaging material that you use, it should be safe, it should not react with the food, and it should not impact the nature negatively. Those packaging material should be used. And the last is RUCO, that is this is the certification scheme for oil, to check that the cooking oil that you're using is safe or not. So this is the action plan that you can put forward to specific and step by step implementation of the theme, that is eat safe, eat right and eat healthy. Eat Right Campus. So we'll go forward with the Eat Right Campus. So Eat Right Campus has the same objective, that is to provide safe, healthy and sustainable food to all citizens by setting based approach. Setting based approach is step by step approach. So who can apply for this Eat Right Campus? The colleges, universities, hospitals, jails, workplaces, institutions, where food is prepared, where food is being served. These institutions, these places can go for the Eat Right Campus. So you would be thinking that why this Eat Right Campus, why it is important. We are providing, we are serving, safe food, healthy food, but why it is important? So first is that if you will provide safe and healthy food, it is chemical free, it has all the balanced nutrients required for a body growth, and it is safe from all contaminants and hazard. So it will prevent foodborne diseases, it will prevent deficiency problems, and also it will prevent hypertension, obesity also in the people who are consuming food in the campus area. This will also mean that the students, the workers, the employees, they would be more productive, they would be active, uh, they would be healthy, and so that for and so that it would be very good for their work. They would be very productive, and the working also will be very in the bright side. So that is the first benefit of Eat Right Campus. Second is that, when there will be safe and healthy food, not everyone will get, sick. They will not be ill, and by that, the healthcare costs, in the workplaces, if person is getting ill on a regular basis, so there is a lot of healthcare cost on them, on the workplace. So that cost will be reduced, that there would be not such much burden on the healthcare side, and also that burden would be shifted to the on the advantageous side, on the positive side, and the campus would be there would be overall development of the campus, because there would be healthy food, so people would not get sick on a daily basis or regular basis. They would be very productive, they would be very active, they would be motivated. The work will be in a bright side, in a positive way. There would be positive impact on the campus, and there would be overall development of the campus. And then if your campus is certified and recognized as Eat Right Campus, that your campus is providing safe and healthy food. Sorry. So that would provide brand value, that would be on a positive side. It would increase the prestige of your institution, of your campus, and it would attract many employees, many workers, and also students in your campus, that they would be very impressed that this campus or this college or university is providing healthy food. And after that, if one campus gets Eat Right Campus, then other campuses would also be inspired to follow those steps. They would also want that their campus can be Eat Right Campus, for the brand value, for the image, good image. And by that, every campus will provide healthy and safe food, and then the overall development will be there. So these are the benefits that comes along with Eat Right Campus. So how you can go forward with the certification for Eat Right Campus? So for that, first of all, is enrollment. That is, you have to enroll on the Eat Right India site or the FSSAI site that your campus wants to go for the Eat Right Campus scheme certification process. You can enroll there. Second is self-assessment or pre-audit. That means that before the final audit, before the audit, you can do your self-assessment as well. You can just go forward with the practices and see if the practices are being followed properly or not, it is being implemented or not in your mess area, in your canteen area where food is served also. Just check, do your self-assessment that the standards that you're following is of that requirement or not. After that is third is training. That is, when you do your self-assessment, there would come some points which are not being followed. So for that, how you can make them follow those procedures, those practices. For that, trainings you can provide to your workers, to your food handlers. Fourth is the final audit. After you have gone forward with these self-assessment, enrollment, and training, so there would be a final audit. The auditor will come, he or she will check your premises, that you are providing safe food, you're preparing it hygienically, sanitary or not. They will make it sure that you're following the requirements or not. And fifth is the certification scheme. After the final audit, if the auditor approves that your area, your mess is preparing safe, healthy, and sustainable food, then you will be eligible for the certification, and you will be provided with the certificate that your campus is Eat Right Campus. That is, your campus is providing safe and healthy food. So these are the 5 steps that will be followed for the Eat Right Campus certification scheme. So what are the audit parameters that I told you in the second step, that is the pre-assessment or the pre-audit, that how you can know that the standard, what are the standards, and following those standards or not. So there are four audit parameters that you should keep in mind or you should check in your premises. If you're following those parameters, then you will get the approval of getting the Eat Right Campus certificate. So first parameter is Eat Safe. Compliance to food safety and hygiene standards as per Schedule 4 FSS Act 2006. So there is in FSS Act 2006, Schedule 4 is there, which provides with the safety and hygienic standards that should be followed in the retail outlets or in the mess area of the campus. So there are some requirements, some standards which are provided online. You can go on and check there and see if you are following those standards and practices in your area, then that means you are providing safe food. That is the first parameter, eat safe, is being followed. Second is eat healthy. That in eat healthy, if you're providing balanced diet, you are providing local food, traditional food, it has less amount of trans fat food, and also the food containing high amount of salt and sugar and fat, you are reducing those food products in your diet, you are not serving those food products. That means the second parameter, that is eat healthy, is being followed in your premises. Third is eat sustainable. In this parameter, if you are using minimum plastic, you are not wasting food, you're reducing food waste. And also the uh, used cooking oil is in proper check. Used cooking oil, how you can check that it should not be used. So in the case of cooking oil, not more than 3 times you have to use the cooking oil, because when it is heated regularly, like after 3 times, it is carcinogenic. It can cause cancer to the people. The food will convert into a hazard, into a contaminant, and it can cause many health problems to the people consuming it. So try to use cooking oil in the a time of in 3 times only. After that, if there is oil left, then just store that oil, and then don't use that oil and store it in a side, right? So repurposing of used cooking oil and water conservation. That is, you are using only that much amount of water during food preparation that is required. So if you are following these steps, then the third parameter, each sustainable, is being followed. And the fourth parameter is build awareness. That is, there are some activities that you're organizing, you're providing awareness to your workers, to your employees, that what are, right food choices, what is healthy diet, what is healthy lifestyle. If you are providing awareness to your employees, to your workers, then the fourth parameter, that is build awareness, is being followed in your campus. So if these four parameters are being followed, that is eat safe, eat healthy, eat sustainable, and build awareness, are being followed in your campus, it means that the your campus will be approved of Eat Right Campus certificate. So like I told you, first is eat safe. That is, you are following the requirements based on FSSA Act 2006 Schedule 4. So as you can see this, this is a food safety display board, which is a very important board that should be placed where your food is being prepared, because this has 12 rules of hygienic practices that should be followed in your premises, in your food preparing area, in your food serving area. So you can just print it out, and you can display it where your food is being prepared alongside with your FSSAI license. So here on top of like here on top of this FSDB, that is Food Safety Display Board, you can write your license number, the license number of your campus, of your mess. And at the downside, on the right side, you can write the company name, the campus name, and also the campus's address. So this should be printed and displayed where your food is prepared, so that the auditor and also the people who are visiting your campus or your mess area, they should know that you are following proper practices of hygiene and sanitation. Eat healthy, a local, seasonal, traditional food. Like I told you that add local food, seasonal food, balanced diet in your while serving the food. It should have whole grains. Rice should be there. Unpolished pulses. That is, the polish, not the polished one, because polished is they are not that much healthy. The unpolished pulses have more fiber. They're more nutritious than the polished pulses. So try to add unpolished pulses that will provide more fiber and more nutrition in the diet. Healthy food options, during the time interval between breakfast and lunch, or lunch or dinner, you can provide some healthy snacks like nuts, dry fruits, puffed rice, also some healthy beverages, like buttermilk, coconut water, juices, any healthy beverage that is specific in your area, you can provide it in your diet, in the diet, so that there would be variety in the diet, and also all nutrients will be provided to the people. Include all food products, that is cereals, dairy, fruits and vegetables, etc. It should have pulses in the diet. There should be rice, there should be vegetables, there should be a curd, which is part of dairy, and also it should have salads also in the diet. So all the food groups should be added in your diet. Use oil in rotation, that is if in one time, if you have added oil, try to use it in one go, not to add more of it, because it can cause a negative reaction in the oil, and it can go into the food while preparing, and the food can convert into a hazard or a contaminant, and it can cause illness to the people. So try use oil in one go, and then when the oil is finished, then add a more oil after that. Limit use of foods high in salt, sugar, and fat. If you are using vanaspati or margarine or shortenings in your while preparing the food, avoid it. Don't use it. Only use cooking oil, which is safe to the food and safe to the people, to the consumers as well. uh, to try to limit the use of aerated beverages, like cold drinks. Try not to serve it in the premises, in the campus, or in the canteens. Also, avoid adding salt and sugar in the food, like I told you, after preparation. And also during the preparation of food, there is a certain amount of salt, sugar, and oil that is required during the preparation of the food for the consumption for humans. So try to use only that amount of salt, sugar, and oil during the preparation of food. Fortified foods. I told you previously that what is fortification of food. So the food products, there are limited food products that are fortified right now. So what are those food products? That are milk, oil, salt, rice, and wheat flour. If you're buying these food products from now on, when you will buy these products, milk, oil, salt, rice, and wheat flour, try to look for this F plus F sign. If that rice or milk or wheat flour has this F plus F sign, that means that wheat flour or milk or oil is fortified. That is, it has those micronutrients which is important for the growth, which is important for our health, and it will be more nutritious and healthy for our system. So try to from now on, try to buy these food products which have plus F sign. And for the salt, if it has double plus F sign, then it is very good. So the micronutrients that are fortified in these food products, that is, it is added in their food products, are vitamin A, vitamin D, folic acid, B9, vitamin B12, iodine, and iron. These are the micronutrients that are added in these food products: rice, wheat, flour, salt, oil, milk. With this plus F sign, that means that it is very healthy and you can consume it, and it would be very much positive for the diet for the people who are consuming it. Healthy lifestyle. So not only eating healthy is, making our lives healthy, also there should be some physical activity as there. The lifestyle should be healthy as well. So try to inculcate, some physical activity, organize some yoga session, or, some exercise session, or meditation sessions, uh, to engage them in a healthy lifestyle, in positive healthy lifestyle. And also it will promote well-being of the people as well. So the food that consuming, they are also, it is healthy, and the body, the mind is also healthy. So also provide and promote healthy lifestyle as well, in the employees and the workers as well. Third is eat sustainable. Ruko repurpose of used cooking oil. So how can we see, how can we check that, the oil that is, we are using, the cooking oil, is safe or not? So for that, while preparing the oil, while preparing the food, oil, if the oil starts to change color, it starts to get black. Some black material starts to, get settled down on the surface of your utensil while cooking. So that means that, the oil is going into the negative side. It is converting into a contaminant. The oil is converting into a hazard. So dispose that oil, dispose in the sense like just store it in your tin containers, and there are authorized agencies which actually collect those used cooking oil, and they reuse it, they recycle it. Because we cannot recycle cooking or used cooking oil in our premises, because it has a whole different equipment and whole different standard for it. So there are agencies which collect those used cooking oil, contact with them and provide that used cooking oil to them, so that it is disposed of properly, it is recycled properly. And also how much used cooking oil is being disposed on a daily basis, try to have a record of it. Like, if, for example, 50 liters a day is, used cooking oil you have disposed of, if it's 10 liter or 20 liter, any much liter, any amount of oil that is being disposed, make a record of it every day, so that you know that how much, cooking oil is being disposed. No food waste. It is very, very important that the food that is being prepared and the food you're consuming, it should not be wasted. And for that, from the first step, you have to prevent food waste. And what is the first step is that when you're preparing the food, try to monitor that how much food was being wasted previously, and how much amount was being made previously, so that you know from now onwards that how much food is consumed by the people, and how much food should be prepared, so that the food does not get wasted on the first hand. And after that, if on some day you have prepared food more than how much you prepare it on a daily basis, and if it is left out, store it properly and provide it to the NGOs or the poor people who actually need food, so that it is not wasted and it is shared. Try to not add, like I told you, try to not add food in your plates that you cannot eat. Only add that much amount of food that you can eat at the time. After that, if you still feel hungry, then you can add more. They will not stop you, right? To not like you have served food one time only and you cannot serve it another time. No, it will not happen. So only add that much amount of food in your in your plates, that much you can consume at that time. Environment friendly initiative. Minimize the use of plastic, use sustainable packaging, use safe packaging, organized waste collection drives, that can organize some activities for employees, for your workers, so that they know how to segregate waste, what are the colors of dustbins, what does it signify, and how to minimize waste. Recycle and reuse water. It is done in ETP. Actually, ETP is a setup where you can recycle water and also reuse water. Don't waste water. So these are some sustainable food system from environmental friendly initiatives. Fourth is build awareness. That how can you build awareness in your workers, in your employees, the workers who are in the premises, in the campus, that why these safe food, healthy food, sustainable food, preparing it in safe environment, healthy sanitary environment, why it is important. So you should provide awareness also to that. And for that, you can celebrate, World Environment Day, World Food Safety Day, World Food Day. So on these particular, Food Day, Food Safety Day, you can organize some activities. You can organize some games, some challenges, so that they are aware. They know that or why these food safety, what is healthy food, it is important in our lives. So you can organize these, activities. Engagement activities, like I told you that you can test the adulterant in your food. So for that, you can just organize an event. You can call on some experts who can come in your campus. They will show, demonstrate some tests to your people, to your students, to your workers, so that they know how you can check food adulterant. It will be a fun session. It would engage the people also, and they'll also know that what are the contaminations or adulterants that are present in the food. So in the future, they will know that, if this food product is safe or not, or it is free from adulterant or not. You can provide counseling sessions by nutritionists. You can call upon, a nutritionist, or if you have nutritionist in your campus, then they can, provide some sessions, counseling sessions to the students, to the workers, so that they know that what is healthy diet, why we should eat healthy food, what practices we can adopt in our daily life, so that we live a healthy lifestyle, we live a healthy life. You can conduct monthly health checkups and health camps in your campus, so that the workers, the students, they know that how much they're healthy, how much body is their healthy body is, if they are not getting into any disease or illness. So with this health camps and checkups, they will know that if they are healthy or not. Cleanliness drives, healthy cooking demos. What is healthy cooking, what you can add in your daily life, healthy lifestyle. So you can engage those activities, you can organize those activities in the form of games, challenges, some group activities, so that it is very engaging, it is in a positive way, and as well as they are aware, and they get awareness that how, what is healthy food, healthy lifestyle, right food choices. So these are some activities that you can organize in your campus. So this was Eat Right awareness session. In that, I let you know that what is Eat Safe, Eat Healthy, Eat Sustainable, why it is important to have safe and healthy food in the premises, how you can take care that the area where you're preparing food is safe, how you can check if the ingredients, the food products that you're using is safe, how you can add healthy practices in your lifestyle. So this was the Eat Right awareness session. Thank you so much all of you for joining this session.